the lovely thing about when we become aware that spirit is as much part of everyday life within us. Before we started, just like if you send healing, there's a lady does a lot of work here in the background while the show is on. And if you send healing to her at this present time, it would be, I'm sure, greatly appreciated. Okay. Right. I'll chat away, as that's no problem to me, while we wait for someone to join us. I just feel at this present time, there's a lot of people that is ill from what we'd say the common cold to more serious illnesses this while. And it seems strange because no matter where you go, it seems to keep cropping up all the time. And it's very hard when someone is not feeling 100%. I know last week I had to cut short because I was feeling poorly. And it was something that you don't expect. It can hit you. It can hit anyone at any point in time. So like, it's hard to keep going when you find yourself in a situation where you're having the energy to do things. I do say about housework. Housework is loyal. It'll wait for you, and no one will take it off you. So I'm quite good at being able to leave things and wait until I'm feeling stronger and better. I don't get too caught up in the house has to be spick and span. And in terms of if I'm happy and content in it, that's what matters. And I feel that that's someone that at the moment is waiting to join us, is something of a similar vein, that there's a need to stand back and be able to take time out. It's a lady for herself. So when you join us, just let us know, and let us know maybe where you're joining from, because it's nice to actually know what continent, what country, what county. I'm not asking for much, am I? No. What I'm going to do this evening is a mix, because I feel at times when someone joins us, yes, they can be here to join with their loved ones in spirit, but it's also nice to feel that there's something that they will benefit from on a psychic level. And what I took out is the major arcana. Now, the difference between the major arcana and the minor is the major is literally it's about what you came into this life to do. That's the easiest way of saying it. I say this, but I always also say everyone has choice. But this is more or less what you're coming to do in this life. The minor arcana gives you all the influences that's going on that can change things very easily. So there's no such thing as it being set in stone. And don't ever think that a reading is going to be that much strength in it, that it's going to be exactly as the cards would say, or as whatever, let it be scrying. It doesn't make any difference. There's so many different ways of doing psychic work now. But I just feel at times that we feel lost in the midst of our journeys. And there's where the major arcana can give us an insight as to where we are in the present moment. I don't know if you're interested, but that's there anyway. If you would like a card, I do pull a card from my own cards, which is more about just affirmations more than anything else. So that's the difference between, I call them angel cards, but they're really my angel cards. It's I suppose looking at them from the perspective of what is our relevant in our world in the present moment. So with that, do we have someone that would want to connect with us from the earth plane? Very quiet. Very, very quiet. Hello, Chrissy. How art thou? What do we say? We just need to go for a few and see. Okay, Chrissy and Tony. Now, if you've joined me before, you know what I do. I write your name down, and the name jumps out at me. It seems strange, but I always have said I'm strange anyway. Okay, Chrissy. Chris, please. Could you come back up and just say yes, and you'll come back up on the screen. Hello. There probably is a delay. Well, you're here in Ireland, so it's what you call free traffic. How are you? Would you like one of the major arcana cards pulled for you, Chrissy? Yes. Okay. Yes, please. Right. Now, and then after, if you would like that okay, I had shuffled them well before I started because I just said I'd be taking time, giving them a long shuffle. Okay, you're here. The Lovers. I don't know if you can see it there. The Lovers. One of the things that comes to me straight away with the Lovers is, yes, it's about partnership. It's about literally coming together. Challenges that has been in the past is kind of waved out of the pathway. It's like going through, and if we think of what being in love means, what's being in love with someone, together you do it. You together you make it. I just feel at the moment what's happening for you is that you're feeling at a low ebb, and this is at the moment what's difficult for you to deal with, because Lovers is about loving self first and foremost. And if it's the things from the past that keeps coming up, and as the things from the past keeps stirring old memories for you, that's something that you have to deal with in order to overcome the lack of love for yourself. I'm feeling a tightness. I'm feeling that it's like I want to protect myself. And this is going to be, the Lovers is going to open up the energy, open up that energy into what is possible and what is the right connection for you. Because the more you turn in on yourself at this present time, the more difficult it is to see yourself out of the situation. One of the things that keeps coming up is that there is something that happened in about 10 years ago that's actually taking you on the journey of holding on. And I feel that that's something that's quite a strong impact on your heart, on the love aspect of you. You're in that space, you're in that, no, you're in a cloud. You're in a cloud. And this is why you're not actually seeing, you're not seeing where there's a pathway for you. I hope this makes sense to you. There's a lady that wants to join you from the spirit world, and this lady would be a very straight talker. She didn't suffer fools gladly, but she also had a very kind heart. And I feel that with your mum or your grandma on your mum's side, I feel there's that very strong ebb of love that's coming through. And that love is there for you at all times. But it's difficult at the present for you to become aware of it. I feel this lady would have had chest conditions. I feel, and feel that she would have wanted. She wants to come up with all of this stuff from her chest. Now, if this makes sense to you, and I know I'm not going into something that's it's your grandma. It's like she had a lot of things that happened to her in the past. A lot of what she's saying baggage, but we know baggage is about emotional situations. And I feel this is all coming up. And I don't know whether I feel there's a lovely closeness with you, but she's saying you're healing what was her baggage, if that makes sense to you. She says that you're the one that's actually letting it all go, and that's where you're finding it difficult for the self-love. But there's this lady now that she was quite an active lady, and I'm getting the sense of her. She wouldn't sit down too long. She wanted to keep going, and I feel that's something that you have inherited from her, because I feel it's difficult for you to sit back and be aware that it's all right just to be a bit lazy. There's no such thing really. It's just taking time for the self, isn't it? There is a sense of, she's talking about someone here with a problem with the knee and foot. It's someone that has difficulty walking, difficulty in standing for a length of time. I feel too that as I'm with her, she would have had arthritis, but it was also, there was a combination of muscle condition, tightness is what she's saying. There's the month of April and the month of June, and she could go on. April, June, right, and November. They're the 3 months she's given me here as being significant. June, we don't predict in mediumship, but I feel by the month of June there'll be a lot of things will become more obvious, because it's like where you are healing generational wounds, very definitely, because I didn't want to labor too much on it, because it can be quite it can come as being overwhelming at times, but you are doing it, and you have much greater strength than you realize. And Chrissy, just take every morning, just take a few moments to get used to healing and loving yourself. They're easy words to say. Believe me, they are hard words to put into action, but just for yourself. Forget about the generational. You deal with that as time goes on. But just to be aware that you love yourself. You love yourself when you're singing. You love yourself when you're dancing. Do it. Go into that space. Yes, June is kind of the unwinding of things. And that will give you an insight into where you're coming from, because you have a lot of strength. I feel the power, but I feel it being pulled back. I feel like it's you're not able to exercise it at the moment. Okay, I'll leave you with her love, because she would have been a strong character now, and you wouldn't pull the wool over her eyes. But what she's doing is she's handing you a beautiful white feather. So when you see a white feather, what you will do in the morning, when you see that white feather, pick it up and take it and put it where you know you're going to have it for whatever length of time you need it. Okay? I'll leave you with her love. And now as she's going, the family's coming in, and there are, what we would say here now, there are loads. Big family connection. I'll leave you with her love, and thank you for working with me, Chrissy. Okay. Right, have we Angel still with us? If you are, if Angel is still with us, please let me know. Glad for your feather, Chrissy. Angel. Just wait a few moments more. Have we got Tony? Sorry, Angel, we have to move on because time is brief. Tony, I have someone here. There's a gentleman here. Oh, sorry, Angel. Okay, I'll keep it brief, okay, because I'd moved on to Tony. Right, let me see if this gentleman is for you, because he started coming in. I have a gentleman that he was a smoker. He also liked his drink, but that's besides the point. But the smoking, you actually knew it because you could smell the smoke of this gentleman. He was a heavy smoker. I feel too that he passed with a cancerous condition, and the cancerous condition is up the chest. I feel he wore a cap. I feel too that he would have been, his voice was kind of hoarse. He had a hoarse voice, and so you'd hear him. He'd be louder than would be the norm. I feel as well with him that this gentleman loved walking, because I just see him and he's dawdling along the road on his walk. Can you understand this, Angel? There has to be a smoke, but didn't wear a cap. Okay, but you can understand the cancer, and you can understand a heavy smoker, because that's what I can smell the smoke. I can actually smell the smoke. We'll put the cap aside. I'll put it on my head. I feel he would have been quite a joker in his younger years. You would have memories of him joking with you and playing, acting the fool. Simple as that. It's nothing. He didn't take life too serious, and I feel too not with you, Angel. That's lovely. Because I felt I'd moved on to who was it? To Tony. By the time I got your message in, just listen anyway, and we'll see what happens. Okay. When he was drunk. Okay. Just as I say, stay with Tony may come in on it. Stay. You would understand this gentleman having an accident. Tony's in and Dad. Right, the two of you listen. Okay. I'll give what I'm getting, and then we'll try and separate. More difficult to separate when we're online than it is, or in a writing situation than it is when we can see the person. You would understand this gentleman having an accident going back in time. It didn't take him to spirit now, but there was an accident. He was in some kind of accident going back in time, and that both of you can respond to me. I feel with him too that once I have the connection, there's the name of David, and there's also the name of John. Angel, right? Okay, let us be. Spirit does this just to make me work and sweat. I do laugh at times, but I suppose the conniving way they can do things, and I have no bother with that at all, because I do play with them as well, so there's no problem. Okay, Tony, just stay in the background for now, and we'll see where we go, because I know there was an accident going back in time. That accident actually left a lingering condition. It was like a hip on one side that was a problem with his hip, and yeah, back, but it's hip. He's actually showing me here. I feel too with him. There would have been quite. No, right, that's wrong. I was going in to deliver something the wrong way. He's talking about 5 in the family. Either 5 children, 5 brothers and sisters. 5 is significant. John is granddad. Okay, that's grand. And I feel too, he's talking about 5 being significant. And I feel I have 2 links here, because I'm getting 2 different personalities here. So definitely they're making me work. What is it that there was a song that would be constantly played with this gentleman? It was like there was no other song. But I'm talking about no. Okay, right, Tony. 5 brothers in the family plus sisters. He said just 5. I don't know now. I'm going back. I'm in my 70s. That's all I'm going to tell you. There was a guy called John McCormick, was a tenor years ago. He's long past. But he would have been part of what I would have been listening to at home, him singing on the radio and whatnot. I'm having the feeling that this song is going on and on and on. It is like a tenor singing a ballad all the time, right? Because this is what I'm getting. There was just that constant thing all the time. I feel, if he's Irish, the Irish music, okay, I feel, yeah, you can get very much caught up in the Irish dance music and all that goes with it, all the ballads. Okay. I also want to talk to you about as his passing came close. You were strong up until the very end. And I'm getting the feeling, what he's making me aware of is that he knew as he was getting close to leaving, that you had a very strong connection with him at that point in time. It's like all of a sudden it was all coming together, and you were facing him leaving. It's nearly like the grief before the passing, if that makes sense to you. I feel too, you would understand why I want to rub my hair here. I want to stroke my hair. I feel as well that, okay, I feel too with him that there are several, what would you call it? They're not CDs. Put it on the record player. Records, that's it. Several of the singles, not the LPs, several of the singles has survived the years. Mind you, some of them, if the LPs today, you would get your money's worth out of them. I feel that they were looked after really, really well. They were kept in their covers, and I feel someone has them now. I also feel that there's Twinkle Toes. Who is it that's Twinkle Toes? He's laughing at me here. There's Twinkle Toes has so either he used to call someone Twinkle Toes, or there was someone very, very light on their feet and could dance really well. Yeah, he was very aware. He was very aware of I just I got that real kind of connection there at the end of life. And he's saying he was aware of how it impacted on you. As I said earlier, nearly the feeling I was getting was that it was the feeling that the grief was coming before the passing. And it just quite strong there. Yeah, the signals. Can I give you a bit of homework, Angel? Angel, sorry. Can I give you a bit of homework? Will you ask in the family where his singles went to? Because I know you wouldn't probably have machines today that would play them, but it doesn't matter. It's just the energy that goes with them. That's what really matters more than anything else. I just want to, I'm going to, it's these cards, my own cards, but go the right way with them. That, yeah, he was very aware. And just to be aware that, now, I didn't ask you about, did you want the tarot? I was directed to go to these, and these are cards that there's words and then a little description underneath the words, and I'm just going to spread them out. There are 10 in total, and I'm just going to pick one for you. Right, the one I picked, they're all the same thing because I did them up myself. Courage. Venture beyond your fears. Now, when that card comes out, I have found that what's happening with people that card is drawn for, there's new beginnings sitting round the corner. But fear is what controls. And we are never, ever too old to start anything. Never. Didn't we see where, is it Jamie Oliver's wife has gone to do midwifery? The world is at our feet, no matter what age we are now. And this is something that he wants, because this man was way beyond his years in how he thought. And that's what you have so much, but he would be just he'd be, I just feel that strength is there within him. And you had the childhood memories that literally, he had no fear. He had no fear. He's talking about the mad bike. So that must mean something in the hills or something, because he's just in the mad bike. I just feel that for you, yeah. So just take them, angel. Take them. Don't be afraid. What's the worst that can happen when you step into the unknown? There's nothing. That it's either a lesson learned. If there's a quote, don't let your mistakes be your funeral. I think there's something wrong in that. Let them be your teacher. It's to that effect. And I just feel that that's the energy he wants to bring into you right now. And he'd say, remember the wild times. Remember the wild times. Okay, I leave you with his love. And I feel that there's a lot of love coming there to you from Spirit, because they know where you are at this present time. That it is difficult sometimes to see that there can be change. That change will happen as in the right time. All right, Angel, thank you for working with me. Okay. Right. I have a young boy here with me. I feel he's only in his early teens, 14, 15. And I feel there was an accident that took him to spirit. And I don't feel it's that long ago. I feel it's within the last 5 years or so. Because I'm not getting the long path in time. And he was a young man. He's very young, but he was very much beyond his years. He just literally, he was very sensitive, very caring. And the memories of him would be very much, and the stories that would be told would be about how caring he was. I feel there was a car involved in this accident. I'm not seeing whether he's in the car or outside of it. Yeah, I'm getting the name Magella somewhere along the line. Oh, Chrissy. Can you understand the name Magella, Chrissy? It's not directly connected to him, but it can be within the wider circle. Because it just is, this young man would have been excuse me. Yeah, Magella. There'll be no end to it, but okay. I'm just getting the sense that with this young boy, he would have been well beyond his years. Chrissy, before I continue on, would you understand it being a short time ago? I'm feeling within the last 5 years, but give or take a year or two outside of that. I don't feel he has come through before because the energy slips back, but he has a strong energy. There's playing fields around 3 years ago. Okay, Chrissy. What he's showing me here, him out playing football on green fields around him, but I feel they're more like a park rather than open countryside. And I feel him there that he would have loved his football, and he would have loved being involved in the games because he had that type of personality that was able to connect with people and work together. That would be, I say that, and he's bringing me on, that he actually had a paper round or something that he earned a few bob from. You would understand that. I know it's someone else, it's a friend, but okay. I feel him coming in at the moment. Very much, there's a significance about now. So we're coming in April, he says. April is significant. And I feel as much as it's significant to him directly. And I feel I really want to, I really want healing to go to his family because life never is the same again after you lose a child. It's just something you can't ever get over. He's there at the moment. Okay. There are 2 ladies he's there because they come in pink, and he's bringing in the shawl, the blue shawl around them. And I feel that's at the moment, there's so much grief and so much pain from loss there that it's not, they're not even able to talk about it. And that's where he would come in and encourage and to be aware of the blue being wrapped, him bringing in the blue. I don't know how much you can say to your friend, but if you could just pass on that he's okay, and just that he's aware of he's coming with the healing coming in. There's someone lighting a candle for him every night. They light a candle, and it's just it's their way. It was Vinny, bless them. It's their way of keeping. Yeah. He's very emotional at the minute, just very, very emotional, which naturally, because when I asked him earlier on, he let me know that he was new to coming through. He let me know in that time that it was new for him. If you can just pass on his love to them, it really is a terrible time to have to live through. I don't know how anyone gets through it, but the spirit world are aware of the pain, and just to pass that on to your friend. Okay, thank you for working with me, and bless Vinny. Okay, let us see where we're going to go now. Is Tony still around? Thanks, Chrissy. You're the angel tonight, the messenger. Isn't that what an angel is? And the messenger from spirit and from the divine. Is Tony still with us? Or if not, anyone else that wants to come in. Let us know where you're from. It's free travel. Hi, Tony. Yeah. It went the other way there, and that's the way spirit works. We have no say over how they work with it. Would you understand music in the family? Someone playing either the piano or the fiddle. There's music going on here in a kind of a fairly strong. I think wasn't it the other lady that had the Irish music playing? But I'm talking about in a country in Western. I'm talking about just life in music. Okay, I feel there is something. There was something that actually, there was a song that was sung at his funeral that he would actually say, they didn't sing it as well as I can sing it. And there has to be a laugh about that, because it was chosen specially to not to egg him on, but you know what I'm saying? It was chosen because he thought he was a great singer, and I just say everyone can sing, but not everyone can listen to everyone singing. Two different things. I'm in the second category of being listened to, not. I'm feeling the sense of a lady coming in now to join you, and the lady, I have a diabetes. Okay. I'm on tablets for diabetes. I feel with this lady, she would have had a sweet tooth. She says a very sweet tooth. That would be putting it mildly. She had a sweet tooth, and she would have loved the little bits and pieces that she could have at times, sneaking them in, the bits of cake and pie and whatever. I feel with this lady, I feel okay, I feel that as I'm with her now, she's linking in in about her early 70s. And I feel once she knows where she wants to go, she's going to be fine. Right, and that's how to deliver. Can you understand this lady, Tony? She definitely wants to connect, because she has this, as I say, the music, and it's nearly like I couldn't stay still if the music was going. What do you think, Tony? I know there's delays in getting back. And would you understand this lady knitting socks? There's something funny about knitting the socks. That would be definitely a long lost craft. I'm going back to my days in school when they would knit socks. We had to knit the socks and turn the heel. I'm sure there's some people who would actually remember that too. Okay, Tony. I'm looking out the window and I'm seeing mountains around me. So I feel it's a country area this lady's in, and they're not just hills. I see the mountains in the distance. Barley sugars. Bless her. As knitting. Would you understand the diabetes with this lady? Because I feel with her, she was on tablets. Bless her. And because she's all the time going, she's all the time, her energy is going. And I feel too that there's connections with Scotland, and I feel there's connections. If you spread out the family, be quite a large family, and spread out over the UK definitely, but further afield. So there had to be a sense of travel and a sense of wanting to explore. It was a lovely, lovely energy. This lady's coming in with a lovely kind of light-hearted energy. And she says, okay. She says, you would be like her. You'd have a lot of her traits. And just at the moment, it's more difficult to feel that light-hearted energy. She's talking about you having lost someone close to you in the last year, and she's talking about finding it difficult to come to change your life and come to terms with it. Okay, the delays are quite long. Okay, you're 2-9. Okay, that's fine, because I didn't want to keep going in with her. That's lovely, Tony, thank you. Not lovely that they had diabetes, though. I have a habit of saying that. Lovely, and I don't mean it in that way, but it means that I'm with the right, yeah. I used to live with. Yeah, but I felt that grief of the loss, because like we had earlier on, sometimes it's very difficult to identify grief when someone goes over to the spirit world, because we're that busy looking about everyone and everything that has to be looked about, that it's very hard sometimes to look inwards to where we are ourselves. I feel, okay, now, right, the diabetes, but there's also a chest complaint, like a COPD or something with the breathing, was quite laboured with this lady. And I feel for her, that was the hardest part of her later years. And she's not talking about long illness, long term, as in years and years. I feel the last 2 years of her life was very much affected by this chest condition. I feel too. She was a religious lady in her own. She wouldn't be the churchgoer, but I feel she was very religious in her belief that she had no fear towards the end. There was no fear of dying because she felt, as we know, there was life after death. And she says that she got up some people's nose by, saying that she was going to be around, because I feel her sense of spirit was very much there. Also, the sense that she says with you, as I'm looking at your photo here, what I see is a lovely blue that's around you, and I feel that's going down your back as well. And when I see blue coming around someone, if it's a cloak, it's about healing. But if it's the blue aura that's coming around, it means people who can link with spirit, who can link with their own auric energy. So I feel that that's very much part of you, where you have the ability to do that, and you do it in your way. Okay, when the time is right, she says. I feel too with you. I also feel there's a gentleman that was very close to this lady, and the two of them passed reasonably close to each other. I know you said they passed. I'm just feeling with this gentleman, he passed in the matter of months after this lady that's come in. Okay, and it feels like he just hadn't the will to continue. He was seeing his family and friends just passing, and that for him was very difficult to let go of. Okay. Right. I have in a row, yeah. That was her favourite. Isn't it lovely though? Isn't it a lovely feeling that you get when you know that someone that you're that connected? And children are all lovely, and they're all great, and they're fantastic what they'll do for us. But you'll always have that connection, that one connection that it's resonating between you. And that's what it's a lovely gift. It's a lovely gift to have that was given to you by your Nam. There's someone, as I said, that passed very close to her. Would you understand her brother passing? I know you didn't mention it, but I'm feeling that it was a very close friend of hers, because there was a time where it was just very difficult for this man to purchase one day after the other. But did they pass close together? It's the passing that actually feels, because there was an emptiness. There's an emptiness there, and that's what I feel is there, is something that we can't. You never can fill that vacuum that's left. It's always and ever present for us. As I say, it's him that has taken over, and he has given me the month of July, the month of July, the month of October and November as being significant months. Sorry, I have a dog here, and there's a dog outside. I was afraid my dog was going to start barking. Would you understand that July, October, November has been significant. Also, where is the pride and joy of a degree, a young girl with a degree, what do you call it, framed? Because he's talking about this framed picture with the degree certificate in it. Okay. I'll leave that with you, Tony, and thank you for working with me. We'll try and get one more in. You definitely have all the love of your Nana. All the love in the world from her. Before you go, did you go gathering pebbles on the beach with her? Because just she took me back there, taking a little girl by the hand and collecting pebbles on the beach and taking them home. Okay, we'll see who else is coming in. I'm sorry, as I say, there is a time delay. I have a mum here, and a mum who passed with, I feel there was breast cancer first. I know there was breast cancer, but there's a question mark as the secondaries. And I feel that as time went by, it became, they couldn't do anything for this lady. I feel with her that she has to be, she's only in her 50s, this young lady, and she had, what she showed me is the most beautiful head of hair. It's like, it's like a blonde, an ashy blonde hair, but it was just a beautiful texture, beautiful wave, the controllable wave, put it that way. If you look at me, I'm as straight as, can do nothing really with my hair, but she had that beautiful kind of controlled wave naturally in her hair. I feel too that when she was ill, hi Bernie, yeah, this lady would be only in her 50s. Okay, lovely Bernie, thank you. I feel with her, she would have been very much, this lady, whether it's your mum or your aunt, she would have been a lady who was very much into crafts, because I see her, there was patchwork, there was knitting, there was things that she made from scratch, and I feel that that's very much how she loved passing her time when she was ill, she says. Okay. Now, the passing was quite quick after the diagnosis. So that's your mum. That's fine, Bernie. I feel your mum has come in. There's a special reason for her coming in now at this, we're towards the end of March, but we're also Easter. And I feel the memories around Easter time are very significant to you, because your mum always made it special for you and for the children in the family. And I feel as I'm with her, you used to massage her hands And she's just making me feel you holding her hands and massaging them. And it's something that she has that embedded on her spirit, that feeling. And that is something that's beautiful that you were able to do for her. She also talks about her, when she passed, she was very well looked after, and she's saying that with a smile, that you made sure everything, that she was presented well, and she's smiling at me as she's saying that. You would understand too that there was someone in the family with a hearing disability that was wearing a hearing aid. And as I'm there with the hearing aid, it wasn't always working. And as I say, I have a feeling your mum was a joker, because she could she could literally take everything light-hearted. She would say it's selective hearing. That's what she'd call it. There's that lovely feeling about her. She would crack a joke anytime there was an opportunity. Yeah, I just got that feeling. Isn't that a great gift to give to someone when they're passing over to spirit? There is nothing greater than to be with her. Yeah, she was laughing at the idea of the hearing aid, because it just literally was something that she oh, bless her. She had everything. She really enjoyed Easter. You imagine the joy she had when she put the dresses that she made on, when she put them on you. You know, like it's everything that a mum, that to share that and have that in your family is so beautiful. Pardon me. You would understand her finding. No, what do you say? I want to go back a bit there, because I don't want to get it wrong. You would understand the short time between the diagnosis and the prognosis was different to what actually happened, that she went quicker than the prognosis gave. I feel that that's something she found hard afterwards to find. She wanted to do so much, but she said, no, I can do it, and I'm here doing it, right? You are indeed. Now, you're Bernie. Bernadette in the family. If there's someone in the family with the name Bernadette, Jody, I think you also have her sense of humor, and that's what's lovely to inherit. You know, when you pass it on to your children, that's really is lovely. It's something. We live so many generations. We pass on the work of so many generations. I'm going to do one of my cards for you, just because it's a gift from her. And see what she'll take out for you. Turn them upside down. Couldn't be better. Love. Open your heart to love, and your potential is limitless. Loving others is easy when you love and accept you. That, you know, and you put, she looked after you so well and loved us all dearly. And her way of life and her way of thinking hasn't changed one little bit. She's there in the spirit, and she's with you every step of the way. She's talking about going back there 3 months 3 months ago. And that 3 months ago, there was a challenge that you had to go through. And she's saying it will make you aware. She doesn't say, she was correcting me when I was saying, it makes you aware. She says, it will make you aware of how strong you are. So just look at what you've come through. I always see that when someone goes through a difficult time and doesn't know what way to turn, and it is like the labor of giving birth to your strength. That's the pain part of it. But you give birth to that power strength that's within. And that's what's very precious in the spirit world, to be able to make us aware and give us that gift. And they can help us. She's never gone. She's never gone. That is lovely. I'm so happy for you. You're Bernadette, right? Yeah. Just be aware of that love, because she has come in from the very beginning. She has come in with that love and strength for you. I believe we've come to the right, Bernie. We've come to the end now of the session, unfortunately. But we have Derek Spiel. I always challenge with names. But Bernie, you know her love is with you. And that was definitely very obvious there today. And Easter, yes. Easter is a very special time. So thank you for working with me. And thank you, you were an absolute dose. We have Derek at 9 o'clock. So it would be lovely if you were able to pop in and see what family members are going to join your friends. With that, I'll say good night. Have a lovely week, and we'll see you next week. All going well.